Bayley is picking up steam for her return, so we'll see what's that about. We'll also get into what's going on with Naomi, Liv Morgan, and much more. Starting things off with Naomi and what's being discussed by fans there. Naomi is currently at the start of arguably one of her greatest runs in WWE from both a character perspective and story perspective. Naomi just feels so interesting at the moment. It feels like there's so many layers to this new heel persona that have yet to be put on full display. You can even argue that she had better reasonings and motivations to turn heel than John Cena and Becky Lynch. John Cena and Becky Lynch may be the bigger names on paper, but when comparing these three recent big heel turns, it feels like Naomi's heel turn takes the #1 spot for making the most sense and being so rich with storytelling. There's not much to John Cena and Becky Lynch's heel turns at the moment, besides the typical blame it on the fans, you made me like this sort of direction. But in Naomi's case, it really had nothing to do about treatment from the fans. Naomi's story is a deeply hurtful story about betrayal. Naomi had a deep bond and friendship with Bianca Belair, dating back to when Bianca first signed with WWE several years ago. They were truly inseparable. But once Jade Cargill joined the fold in WWE, Bianca pretty much ran off with Jade Cargill and left Naomi as an afterthought. So after feeling like she was betrayed and abandoned by her once close friend, that forced Naomi's hand to take out Jade Cargill with that backstage attack and step back into the role of being best friends with Bianca Belair. And when everything blew up in Naomi's face, she tried getting Bianca Belair to understand the situation and see it from her point of view, but Bianca refused and walked away from Naomi. So Naomi's heel turn was fueled by the emotions she felt when Jade and Bianca basically forgot about her. And then it was fueled up even some more based on how Bianca Belair reacted to Naomi's confession of being behind the attack on Jade Cargill. So Naomi is the heel here, but she was hurt so much during the last few months and even dating back to 2024 that you can almost empathize with her character and understand how all those experiences morphed her into who she is today at this current moment in time. John Cena and Becky Lynch don't have that type of rich story and deep explanation behind their heel turns, so that's why Naomi has them beat there. Her heel turn was a true slow-burning process that beautifully morphed into arguably her greatest persona yet. So how can WWE capitalize on this amazing character that they have created here with 2025 heel Naomi? Well, fans are thinking that the perfect payoff has to be Naomi winning the 2025 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Naomi went through all those emotions with her former best friends. She felt neglected and unseen by everyone. So if she climbs up that ladder and secures the Money in the Bank contract, it's the payoff for everything she's been saying over the last few months. The second she unhooks that briefcase, she's no longer invisible and unseen. Winning that contract makes her the most visible woman in all of WWE. She would be Miss Money in the Bank, by far the biggest threat to any current world champion in the women's division. No one is going to be looking past Naomi anymore or forgetting about her. They're going to have eyes on her at all times with that contract in her possession. Not to mention that the contract does perfectly fit Naomi's behavior traits as well. Naomi is sneaking around right now, trying to attack her oppositions when they least expect it. So if Naomi's character is already behaving like that, and now you put the Money in the Bank contract in her hands as well, she's going to be a very scary threat to all champions. There's no doubt about it. It's also been 8 years since Naomi last held a singles world title in WWE. So fans really think the timing right now is absolutely perfect for Naomi to win the contract and eventually use it to secure her first world title in nearly a decade. So hopefully big things continue to be on the way there for Naomi. Some big news just hit the scene regarding Liv Morgan and her status. Reports claim that Liv Morgan has officially wrapped filming for the movie role that recently took her off the road. So reports are now claiming that Liv's return is imminent. There's no official word on when Liv Morgan will be making her return. The only thing that's known is that she's allegedly free and ready to come back whenever she's needed. So we'll have to see if Liv will make an instant surprise return to Raw or if they'll hold her off on her return for a little while longer. Either way, Liv Morgan would be returning back into a pretty hectic situation with the Judgment Day, and there'll be a lot for her to catch up on, such as Backlash, when Finn Balor purposely tried costing Dominic Mysterio his Intercontinental title. Liv Morgan was not around to witness that or react to it, but was she watching from Tokyo? Does she have something to say about that moment? Then you also have Finn Balor's ongoing storyline with Roxanne Perez. Finn has been speaking to Roxanne privately backstage for several weeks in a row, and that's expected to continue as well. So what is Finn cooking up there with Roxanne, and will it be something that Liv Morgan won't be that pleased about? That definitely appears to be the direction it could be headed in. Finn is trying to sabotage both Dominic's spot in the Judgment Day and potentially Liv Morgan's as well, with all this recruiting of Roxanne that he's been up to. So Liv's return is very exciting because obviously a lot of the main narratives within the Judgment Day cannot really make advancements without her being there. So now Liv is on her way back. Everything with the Judgment Day will be back to being full speed ahead. Bayley went viral this week when she announced that she was entering her comeback season and posted that message along with a photo of her physique ahead of her return. Bayley is thankfully not legitimately hurt in any actual way. She's just off television right now after being written off due to the backstage attack from Becky Lynch. So in real life, Bayley is perfectly healthy and ready to go. But in the storyline universe, Becky beat Bayley down so bad before WrestleMania that Bayley is still recovering from those injuries all these weeks later within the storyline. But everyone was happy to see Bayley's massive update and how she's training harder than ever for this upcoming return to the ring. There's still no official timetable for Bayley's return, but fans are expecting that big return to take place sometime during this current Valkyria versus Becky feud. Becky costed Bayley an appearance and match at WrestleMania. That's a massive deal. So we can surely expect Bayley to instantly be on the hunt for Becky Lynch that first night that she's back. Bayley will be coming for Becky and looking for revenge for what she did shortly before WrestleMania 41. It also seems like a possibility that Bayley could also make a return by saving Lyra from one of those brutal Becky Lynch beatdowns. So everyone has their eyes on the lookout for a scenario like that.
But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.